AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. You heard Kobe White there. He called the man, the myth, the New York legend now himself, uh, Jalen Brunson. He called him MFer.
That's a bad effort, man.
Right, in a great way. He and Hoops Hype has Jalen Brunson as the second best player in the world in the last month. Highly rated. Joker's number one, no surprise there. Luka's third, no surprise there. Ant-Man, Kyrie, Devin Booker, Paul George. But we got to talk down about Paul George. LeBron James is eighth. Jalen Green is ninth, and Zion Williamson. Like, what else can we say about him? Every night's gonna be because
Fabian, he shows me something different every night, and not how he gets his buckets, because he's a 3-level scorer, right? He can shoot the three. His mid-range game is insane, and his footwork, his bitty bop. You know what I'm saying? I know what y'all know. Y'all know what I mean when I mean bitty bop. Like how he moves, right? His angles, how he gets to the rim, like how he takes advantage of every matchup. You put a bigger guy on him, he's quick. You put a smaller guard on him, he goes to the block. You put a guy on him that's with length, he knows how to find guys, play makes. Like I said, 8 assists over the last 8 games. That's nothing to poo-poo. Sorry. Like, Jalen Brunson is absolutely, I wouldn't give him first team All-NBA, but he's absolutely a second team All-NBA selection this year. No question.
I think the first team All-NBA thing is different this year. Because
it'll absolutely be. You don't have to be by position.
If you have the traditional, when you choose them traditionally, then yeah, you go by position like the All-Star game. But if you just choose the 5 best players in the league, then that's a different story. And I don't. He has room for that. Like I don't know if Ant-Man had a better season than him. I don't know if Luka necessarily had a better season than him, because it's just, and maybe that's narrative. Tatum is gonna take off the last month. It seems like Brunson has been doing this. What he had to carry for that amount of time is way different. The responsibility, he had to shoulder a lot more weight, in my opinion, than Luka, because Luka wasn't in. They were like teetering with the play-in at some point. Then that trade happened and changed everything. Now, we're in a different position with our trade, but I think the whole top 5 list, like we saw on that hoops hype list, it's Joker, Brunson, Doncic, Edwards, and Kyrie Irving at this point. He has Kyrie there for most of the year. Kyrie's a top 5 player. According to 2 of the top 5 players on this list on the same team. Jalen doesn't have that. We don't have another Knick on this list until I don't even know when. And that's just Isaiah Hartenstein's number 30, actually. DiVincenzo 26. So they're in the late 20s, which is still, don't get me wrong, let's not get that twisted. That's amazing. But that's not 2 out of the top 5 players.
Right.
Like Brunson had to really handle all of this as the lead guy, like you said, the leader of the culture, everything. He's on the front cover of that magazine. It's not just about being a blind Knicks fan at this point. It's I still can't believe how good he gets every game. What we spoke about with the double teams, he's not conquered it, but because it's tough for a smaller player, but he's just showing a different way that he can do things. The only thing is going to be for him is the crunch time shots. And I don't know how you can really improve on that. Besides, I don't know how you can get the 3-point shot better.
Is it
in
a
short amount of time?
Because I would love to do a deep dive and just take a look at some of the shots that he's taking with, 2 minutes left in the game or under 30 seconds in the game, right? I would like to see what he looks like, what shots he's taking, what the misses look like. Are they short? Are they back rim? Are they what? You know what I'm saying? Because that all makes a difference. You just said that Jalen Brunson is a top 5 player in the league this season, could be in the running for All-NBA first team because of the amount of responsibility he has as the best player on the team. But with that being said, bro, when you get down to the last 4 or 5 minutes of a game, because you've carried the load for the first 40 minutes of the game, you start to lose legs. You've been playmaking. You've been trying to get everybody involved, plus put up 40, right? And defend, because you don't get many nights off. He had his hands full last night with Kobe White, right? Like, so you don't get many nights off on the defensive end, you shoulder the load on the offensive end, and then, you know, and Fabian is big on clutch time, you know, moments, and it's always about that moment. It's hard for him to finish sometimes, hit that big shot, because, you know, you shoulder the load. There's no Julius to you know, take over a quarter, and you can say, yo, Julius, it's the second quarter, going into the half, go crazy, you know, or we're looking for Julius more than I am looking for my shot, right? He's not here, unfortunately, right now. So OG in and out of the lineup, so that takes away offense, right? So I would just ask you, my Knick brethren, give him a little grace. I think, you know, he'll be better in clutch spots. I know that's a big thing for you. You will not like a motherfucker because he can't hit shots with
Untrue.
2 minutes left in the game.
Totally untrue. I like Jason Tatum. I love Ant-Man. Nobody. I was rooting for Ant-Man since he got to the league. It's not that I don't like him. It's that there's something that's there. Like when you watch somebody in crunch time, it's just that's the biggest moment, but that doesn't make or break everybody. I don't think that's fair. Like, we don't ever talk about crunch time when it comes to big men ever, because they don't have the ball in their hands. Like, it's harder for them to get the ball.
It's a dependent position.
Yeah. So I think for a perimeter player, we're more harsh on them, because if you're a creator and you create your own shot, then yeah. But with Brunson, it's almost understandable why he doesn't do it. Even with Steph Curry, it's understandable. Like, I don't think Steph Curry is the biggest crunch time guy, but you're not leaving him open. But it's understandable why he gets bumped out of his spot. Kevin Love locking him up that last play. That was one last play. Nobody thinks Kevin Love is a great defender because of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, crunch time moments.
And I don't think I remember that play. I was watching it. He just made him take a tough shot. I don't think that was the greatest defense, personally. That's me, not taking away. But he made him take a tough shot.
The point is that people will remember that, and they'll point to it, like, oh, you got locked up by Kevin Love. It was just like he had a bad crunch time. Around the back, behind the pass thing. That doesn't mean that
turnover when he threw. Yeah, that turnover. Yeah. There was a bunch of stuff down the stretch of that game.
He didn't seem like himself, but the point is when we compare him to other clutch guys, even Kobe. Kobe had a bunch of misses, but you're giving him those double, triple, quadruple teams for that very reason. He is that guy. So Brunson is getting double, triple teams in crunch time. The shot's going to be a lot harder for him because he is that guy. So now, does he have to look to pass? Is there somebody else that we can to look forward to in crunch time? That's, I think, the key, because we've gotten him to get rid of the ball sooner in the double team. Is it a play we have to draw up? Is this not Tibbs' forte? Those crunch time moments, trying to draw up something, being creative, is that not his thing? What is it?
I gotta take a look. You know, if the game is 5 points or less, what is our record going in those games? 5 points or less going, 2 minutes left in the game. Do we win those games normally? Do we not? I'd be interested to see a real breakdown, because I'm not saying what you're saying is not valid. I just don't want to overblow him not being clutch, right? He's doing everything else for us, but now we're going to try to figure out a way to dissect it and say, okay, this guy doesn't hit timely shots. He can go he's great for the first 45 minutes of the game, but the last 3 minutes of the game, it's like, well, damn, Brunson? No, I don't think that I don't think that truly is the case. We need to show OG Anunoby some love. We absolutely have to show him some love.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not.